وأظلنا شهر السلام ضيف يزور بكل عام فإذا أهل هلاله في الكون ينحسر الظلام في الكون ينحسر الظلام.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين ثم أما بعد. Or should I say ثم أما بعد, like قلنا painting or his imitation or of me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته يا شيخ. الحمد لله. الحمد
Nice
لله.
being with you.
الحمد لله.
In a little bit of a makeshift
studio. الحمد لله.
But nonetheless, there's still a lot of stuff, right?
نعم.
Because
ما شاء الله.
you know, sometimes I think it's a phone, but I was here this morning setting up before the work in case you know we ran late, and we did. But anyway, Sheikh, how's it?
الحمد لله.
عشرة أواخر.
busy.
Busy.
tired. الحمد لله. Last few days. الحمد لله.
Training at all in Ramadan?
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
No. No energy for that.
I just saw I look very big, and
Yeah, no energy for that.
it just okay. The school's closed now.
School is on a midterm break, but that's our school.
Okay.
You know, government schools are all open at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw some schools in my area, some Muslim schools. They were at school the entire Easter weekend, probably
Yeah.
to
Make up.
make
Yeah.
up for this, and have the good pleasure of having Eid
Alhamdulillah.
extra long weekend.
Alhamdulillah.
So Sheikh Essa has gone AWOL. We hope you can still join us.
Inshallah.
Ta'ala. So Sheikh, Taraweeh Chronicles. We never had you on Taraweeh Chronicles yet. So before we go into what we wanted to discuss, Sheikh Aashiq's first Taraweeh experience.
Yeah. You putting me now back into memory lane, inshallah. I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't have to give dates now.
No, we like this so that you can calculate.
Yeah. Probably. I'm gonna be honest. Growing up, I was a bit naughty.
Okay.
Putting it out there now. This is probably gonna be a social media forever. But I've got obviously as a young child, you know, going to the masjid, being forced to the masjid to go to the masjid, you know, in the evenings. But I think what I'm more aware of is as I grow older, high school, going to the masjid, you know, every night in the masjid. Alhamdulillah, beautiful memories, you know, of the Quran, remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, reflections on the Quran, so forth and so on. These are from my high school days, alhamdulillah.
Did it motivate you to tread the path that you chose? Qira'ah. I mean, like myself, right? It's not that you, at the beginning, know fiqh or fiqh, what you want to study. You might have heard a qari and it inspired you. You might have. It's not really always a lecture, like for many.
Yeah. It's
Quran.
It's the Quran, definitely. It's the Quran. You are seeing those young Huffaz leading the congregants and the people, subhanAllah. It inspires you. Wow, I wish I could be like that, like that.
Yeah.
I wish I could be like that guy, you know.
You know what? For me, it was like I did part-time hifz. For some reason, my father's close circle of friends took all of them took the kids out and put them into full-time hifz school and primary school. My father was somewhat hesitant, and then I went for part-time hifz. And for me, every year when I went for Taraweeh, it was such like it impacted me so much because in one night they would read everything that I memorized in the entire year. You would think, okay, I memorized one juz for this, and then just like that, they recited it in one night. They recited it, the whole Quran in one night, over 3 nights. So for me, that was always worrying. I have to continue because these boys are so fluent and they read all what I took a year to
They get to one night, mashallah.
So were you always from the Mitchell's Plain area?
Yeah. So I grew up in an area called New Woodlands.
Okay.
So that's about 5 kilometers. Yeah, I was from that area.
Okay.
And then when I was in high school, we moved to the side of the world, East Rigia, when I came to live with my granny. So basically, from those 2 years, I was.
Were
Yeah.
there any traumatic experiences in Taraweeh? It
Um,
was in my days. Okay, I'm a bit like maybe 2 years older than you. But like, they were like really traumatic experience. Like, okay, I was naughty,
Yeah.
but I could cover it well. So I was never caught
Yeah.
before the 20.
Yeah.
I saw guys being beaten with Absteed.
No. I don't remember things like that. I think the only traumatic part was the throwing on the legs.
Oh, standing.
Standing, yeah, because the body's not used to that. So standing, yeah. I think that's the only thing.
I think that's still traumatic for us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm speaking about myself because now there's so many, like at my masjid, currently we're having like 3 programs. We have the Taraweeh program, then we have the Qiyamul Layl 12 o'clock program, and then we have 4 a.m. the Tahajjud program.
Okay.
So you would like to attend all of those, you know. Put aside now the 8:20, 40, you want to do as much as you can, but because you're not used to it, it sometimes becomes difficult. It becomes taxing. I was having a discussion this afternoon with one of the mashayikh. Again, there was a whole Quran recital. Yeah, and there's another one. So now he says, how do you, and maybe we can put this up. The Prophet ﷺ gives us a guideline of reciting the Quran in 3 days, not reciting in shorter than 3 days. Then we have our pious predecessors like Imam Shafi and others who did it in Ramadan, maybe 2 khatams per day. Right? So he was asking my take on it. So I said, look, what I understand, this is my understanding, that these people were reciting 10 juz a day throughout the year. It's a normal program. Come Ramadan, and we know, as the Prophet ﷺ was described as being ajwad ma yakun. So there must be an increase. So what they had to increase. And hence, reciting the whole Quran in one night came naturally. It was just the increase in khairat. How would you explain that to me? Because now we have the hadith and the practice of the Salaf, and people reviving that practice now.
I concur with you in that understanding, the fact that, you know, it was the natural way. It was something normal to them. I was reading one on Facebook one day, a post by Sheikh Taraweeh. He said, you know, I used to amaze myself when I would read the biographies of the scholars, you know, that they would recite 1 khatma, 2 khatmas. How is this possible? And when I came in this time and I saw the attachment people have to their phones, subhanAllah. You know, the amount of times that I can, you know, just recall the amount of time I spent today on my phone. And subhanAllah, it wasn't so surprising, you know. And he says at the end, you know, if a person's heart is connected to anything, that person will put all the effort in that thing. And so I agree with you, you know, this was normal to these people, you know. SubhanAllah, it's something worthy of admiration what reciting a full Quran
alone.
Yeah, Allah, I can just imagine.
But like I was telling the Sheikh, I'm not going to mention what it was, maybe he wouldn't want me to mention his name. But like, if you look at Uthman ibn Affan doing that, he probably didn't even know. He didn't plan and say, look, it's going to be 5 Jews within 2 hours and I'm going to take a toilet break and this, that, and the other.
It was just pure enjoyment.
Like some of the Sahaba who prayed with the Prophet and heard him start Baqarah and thinking, okay, he's going to finish. But then he goes on. So it was just like
and even the Sahaba, when following the Prophet, the Sahaba says, Hatta mamtu bi amri su. I want to do something evil. So he was asked, what did you want to do? He says, I want to lead the Salah. So, you know, it's subhanAllah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward those people, inshallah.
But again, the story with Mu'adh also, you know, entering the Salah.
Definitely.
Entering the Salah in your personal space, or even in a masjid where people are happy. People are coming, those who want to come can come. And those who don't come, But my issue, I think, Sheikh, the biggest issue with that is the speed of reading.
Yeah, definitely.
Speed of reading.
So it's quality is being sacrificed, you know.
For quantity.
Yeah. Where does it come from, Shabina?
Shit. I think it must be either Persian or Urdu. I saw it on posters.
I saw in our Imam's office, right? I saw a certificate. This was done somewhere in Joburg or somewhere. Like the first one, like this one.
Okay.
Where one Imam recited the entire Quran, you know, in one evening. And it was like framed. He's from our Imam, he's from Bosman, Johannesburg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sheikh Hafid's son.
Yeah. And so now, obviously, I saw that name again, Shabina at Saudi State Masjid,
Yes.
and the one in ADFL.
So it's not totally foreign. I think we have to be honest.
Yeah. No,
Reciting the
definitely.
Quran is not totally
Yes, definitely.
foreign to Islam, foreign to the Sunnah. But again, it was something which I believe they had already.
Yeah, definitely.
So now, Sheikh, so the khatmas are all coming to an end, and you spoke about your first. How young were you for the first time you went for Taraweeh?
Probably primary school. I can't really remember.
But then you ran away.
I never ran away.
You always thought, as long.
As long. I think now it becomes easier when you understand the Quran also, man. It makes it very easier.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
even if someone is speed reading, whatever the case may be, you can reflect them, with the other person maybe next to you. Generally, when you're in Taraweeh, you can have a sense, you have a sense of like a feel, man. People next to you, the guy, you can see the movements, the guy's awkward, he's uncomfortable.
Yes.
So, and I always think to myself, subhanAllah, Taraweeh and Qiyam, it should be a labor of love and enjoyment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
she said it again.
It should be a labor of love.
Yes.
So it should be that done. It should be enjoyment. You should be enjoying that, man. And
it should be continued.
You should be standing there, and subhanAllah, I wish this never ends. But obviously, we do it. We have a culture where, we even though I don't understand anything, I'm just going to stand there. I'm going to tell myself, when is this over, and so forth and so on. And that's why, people, we need to study the Quran. We need to learn the Quran, memorize the Quran, study the meanings of the Quran, inshallah.
Yeah, amazingly, in the masjid that I grew up, there was one uncle that he's an accountant. I'm also not going to mention his name. He's an accountant, but proficient in Nahu and Sarf. Right? But he hasn't memorized the Quran. But he could rectify based on, and that's not always 100% accurate. You can't, because we hear sometimes Arabs recite with Moulana when they haven't memorized properly. But he could sometimes rectify based on his
knowledge of Arabic. Yeah.
So it's definitely understanding the Quran definitely has an impact.
Speaking about the reading of Moulana, like I was in Saudi, I was in a Bedouin town, and there's normally when we would push someone to the front, like an old uncle.
Oh yes.
And the old uncle, tajweed is not up to standard.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this to happen in Saudi.
So,
like among the Bedouins, it's very, reading without tajweed. Even the uncle would sit in the masjid just reading Quran, but without tajweed and stuff like that. And in the smaller masajid in Saudi, they do the 8 rakahs. But even the hafiz, I'm assuming that the guy's hafiz, we don't do it's not up to standard hafiz, it doesn't always list or something like that.
It takes out the smoke Quran. My experience with Arabs not reciting the Quran properly. While I was in Egypt, few times, routine chicks from state security, they come and fetch you and whatever. I don't know if they purposefully do this. Now you're sitting in the waiting room, waiting to be interrogated, and it's either before Fajr or after Fajr, and the guy takes out his Quran, state security guy, probably reciting his weird, Surah Yasin, and butchering it. But now you're sitting there, you're thinking, okay, it's the kalam of Allah, I can't leave it. Do I rectify this guy and spend the night or do we just leave it? But it's more common than we think, because we think it's only adults.
Yeah,
in our community,
that's the old uncle that's leading the salah.
Yes.
But if you go there, you see it's really like when I was working there was a Moulana that worked with me there.
Yes.
And then he would lead salah in that community. They would paint him, so half of them he says very beautifully. So the old uncles appointed him as the imam of the masjid.
Sometimes it's you speak about the Bedouin cities or the Bedouin towns. It's very rare you find the imam recites on our stand, even on our stand. And I found in Saudi, for me personally, the best Taraweehs were always in Jeddah. I don't know if you mean
no.
But they, on every corner, you hear beautiful, eloquent recital. And one year I went, by the way, that Sulaiman is in town again. Sulaiman is out, you remember?
Yeah, I know.
I,
Yeah,
I
mashallah.
went to live with his parents for a while in Abu Dhabi in Ramadan, and they also every corner the Taraweeh
Top.
is top notch.
MashaAllah.
And you have the options of different riwayat because the imams
Allah.
are not Emirati.
They're
So you'll
foreigners,
get the
yeah.
imam from Morocco, you'll get the imam from Nigeria, you'll get the imam from Sudan, and every masjid has a different, not
MashaAllah.
intentionally, but
Yeah.
that's the riwayah that they know, and that's what they
That's what they say, yeah.
recite.
Alhamdulillah.
Sheikh, so we're in the Ashra Wakhir, and some of us have been working uh, in education, we've been working hard, we're tired now.
Yeah.
Like my voice has been gone twice already for Ramadan. And you kind of just want to like throw in the towel, man, because you're tired.
Yeah. No. And now it's the time, as we say, to come on. Now we need to come on. As I read a few quotes, before I came here.
Yeah.
Of the Salaf. Hassan al-Basri, rahimahullah, famous. We always quoted, khutbahs and stuff like that, where he says, "Ahsin ma baqiya min Ramadan." Perfect and do well in that which remains of Ramadan. يغفر لك ما قد مضى, and Allah will forgive you that which has passed. Because we know we start maybe the month of Ramadan, skiff and chrome. We didn't do as much as we're supposed to. I'm still behind with my khatma. I'm thinking like, because you're working and stuff like that, you're tired. I'm not going to recite now this morning. I'm supposed, like, I get done by Fajr. I get done, get starting, I get dressed and stuff like that. So I don't recite. So now is that time. أحسن ما قد بقي من Ramadan. Try to do your best now that which is remaining of the month of Ramadan.
And I like that the honesty, Sheikh, because what many people don't know, the du'at are so busy. Giving lectures, telling people to recite the Quran, and go to Qiyam and do all that, that you don't have the time. You fall short yourself. And like I was telling my wife, I hope that Allah rewards us for that, because we can't get to actually sometimes executing what the things that we call people to. And we don't also want to be a bridge towards Jannah, and then falling down higher.
Definitely, yeah. And Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah saying, "Al-ibra bikamal nihayat, la binaqs al-bidayat." Allah looks at how you end things and not how you started it off. And there's so many examples. إنما الأعمال بالخواتيم, actions are judged in accordance with how you end them off. So I think this is now the time that we need to capitalize. So I started a program with my wife. Every odd evening we wake up, make tahajjud and stuff like that. Different. One morning we did 8, next morning we did 4, depending how tired we are. But I tell my wife, like, these are the moments,
Inshallah, if we'll add that hadith, rahimallah rajulan qaman min al-layli fa salla, may Allah have mercy on him, who wakes up during the night, prays, and wakes up his...
definitely, inshallah.
But you mentioned odd night, and interestingly, also somewhere on social media, I read this discussion on what actually the odd nights are, because if the month is a 30-day month, which probably what you see now with notices going around probably would be. Some scholars look at the odd nights being the even. Did you see
that? Yeah, like I was listening to a tafsir lecture, and so the alim mentioned, he said there's about 16 opinions, regarding Laylatul Qadr. And then he says, if we count from the beginning, so from the 21st, then it will be the 21st, 23rd, like that, yeah. 27, but he says other scholars have counted it from the back, yeah. So the 30th.
So the even numbers or the odd numbers
will be considered I think Sheikh Essa wants to join this. It says every time on my phone something about, oh sorry, Barn started the call.
Okay.
Sheikh, the sound is not good. Adjust it.
The sound is not good. Now you see, that's when you
is this thing.
When you're alone, and so I was not here, then okay, let me see.
Okay. What are we speaking about now? Yeah. So they counted from the back, yeah. So they would count the 30th to the 8th. But he does mention, he says, like, he mentions these 16s, and he says, in actual fact, it's one of the Fasirin that mentions it, Ibn Jazayri.
Okay.
He mentions it, and he says, اختلف الناس, the people have differed. He mentions 16 opinions, but he says, like, there are definitely weak opinions when it comes to the which night it is Laylatul Qadr. The strongest opinion, obviously, being the odd evenings.
Yeah.
The odd evenings, yeah. I don't know if this sounds better now.
So, okay, if he's around, please. I can't find my iPhone, so
He was trying to.
I found it. So, are we better?
So Yusuf dropped the sound levels. It's peaking.
It's peaking.
Also, I should drop his mic a bit.
Okay.
So what does it mean? Drop my
Drop your mic a
Literally?
bit. Literally. Drop it. Let's do it in your mouth.
No, let me do this. I can't. I don't have anything to touch it. I'm gonna touch it to this thing.
Okay.
Inshallah. How's that now, Soil?
Soil? That's why we need you here, man.
You need expertise. That's what he
And
said.
I thought you have a rookie mistake by leaving your phone and then my alarm went off.
Oh, okay.
But yes, so we have Qiyamul Layl programs all over, and you're having your programs with your wife, and doing the most of with what we can. Sheikh's Essa was going to speak about istiqamah.
Allah.
Sticking to what do you call istiqamah? Being upright. You always have a better English word for it. You always have a better
Can you
English
translate it as consistency?
consistency.
What consistency is that?
Adwa.
Yeah. I think we translate it as consistency. We translate,
Continuity. No.
continuity. Yeah. The ability to continue with good, not to stop. Istiqamah.
That's very difficult.
It
It sounds very easy when the companion comes to the Prophet ﷺ and says to the Prophet, Messenger of Allah, tell me something that I won't ask. I don't need to ask anybody else. And the Prophet says, قُلْ آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ ثُمَّ اسْتَقِمْ.
No.
It sounds easy. Say, I believe,
And then
and be upright.
it's difficult. It's a lifelong struggle. And that's why the Arabs say, al-istiqama fawqa al-karama. It's above, a miracle. Because a miracle is once off. Anyone can do a miracle. Even a charlatan.
Yeah, that's what Ibn Taymiyyah also says, أعظم الكرامة.
الاستقامة.
Yeah, الاستقامة.
Some
Continuity in ta'ah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because we, like I said a few weeks back in the khutbah, when the caterpillar tomato and somebody says, Allah, and then somebody turns it around and then it says now, or something, So, people are really flabbergasted. That's a miracle. That's not a miracle. The fact that you pray 5 times a day, while other people are not even, be thinking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the fact that you're fasting the month of Ramadan, the fact that you're attending tahajjud programs, every year after year, that's a miracle.
That's true miracles.
And that's something we need to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That's why the reward is so great. Allah says in the Quran, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ. The angels will come down to them at the time of their death. تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ. What will the angels say? أَلَّا تَخَافُوا. Don't be scared, because that's the time that we will fear. We will fear. The akhirah is something that's overwhelming. It's something new. We've never been there. أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا. Do not grieve for what you are leaving behind. Your wife, kids.
Those 2 words, you find throughout the Quran.
Definitely.
Khawf
and
hazan. And the fact that it's something that affects everybody, fearing and being sad. But then you find the awliya of Allah, the muttaqun, those who are really connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They won't experience that. The natural fear is, I have a fear of dogs. I don't like this. Probably it's probably my still traffic. A dog.
You mean a fear of like the najasa aspect or fear of the dog?
I think the najasa aspect made me fear dogs in general, because a dog can walk in that side of the road, I'll move out of the...
Before I came here, I was working to the shop. I went to buy bread and milk, and there's 2 dogs, and I've got lots of dogs in the right.
Yes.
So because I feed them,
they come to you.
They're in front of the door and stuff like that, right? So now when I walk out, I need to say come, because they want to play.
They're expecting for everyone to play.
And they want to play and stuff like that, So in the process of doing this, my sock went into his mouth. My foot went against his mouth, and I was angry now at him because
I have to go change.
I told you stay away from me, and you don't want to listen. But they they do that. They wag their tails and stuff like that.
Yeah, but see, the thing of dogs is something really like I constantly get this question. Sheikh, my son wants a dog.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
So now I'm playing devil's advocate. Do you guys hunt? Or do you need it for security? No, Diklong will need to want it. He wants a dog. He wants a pet dog. Are you getting it for? Because there's so many aspects that we don't think of. And there's so many brothers breeding dogs and selling dogs.
Selling dogs, I know about that.
Yeah, and there's not much discussion around the fiqh
Generally
of dogs. We just know it's najis. As I may lick, or even if it touches me, it just touches me. I need to go change my clothing. I need to go take a ghusl, 7 ghussals and one bath. Alright, so that's a general.
What I do is normally I will explain to the people that there is difference of opinion. It's not like a matter of like the qat'iyat of the deen. You know, this is a matter that is, you know, there's no. I tell them, look, at the end of the day,
there's no leeway.
There's difference of opinion, you know, on this issue. These are the opinions X, Y, and Z. I personally, this is unorthodox, but I love dogs.
Okay.
I love dogs, you know. Are they loyal creatures, man?
Yeah.
They are loyal creatures.
I mean, they lead the blind.
Yeah,
that blind.
I saw a lady in niqab here in Cape Town. I was dropping my water to work. Like, oh, is this lady? What the hell? And then I realized afterwards, it's a guide dog, yeah. She's blind. Yes. And I'm thinking to myself, imagine if I'm a strict Shafi'i, how do I manage that from a Najas perspective? Because the dog probably goes against her somehow or the other. Because she interacts with that dog a lot. You know, they were walking, this was in the morning, traffic time. I was going to Taraweeh primary, I was dropping my wife used to teach there. And I saw this lady, full niqab, everything, and walking with this dog. And it was like amazing. It was like, that's like supposed to be the total two opposites, man. Yeah. Lady fully covered, niqab, and a dog.
Yeah.
And now, you know.
Yeah, it's like two opposites. Yeah. But like you said, Sheikh, the fiqh aspect that's wide, man. It's not restricted. But then this person had asked me yesterday. I did, in the end, I said, look, you have all that opinions of paying money for a dog or whatever for security. But in the end, an angel does not come into a house where there's a dog. And I think that's what. Another question also was asked. Somebody asked me, can I give my zakah to my father-in-law? And then I think about Sheikh Uthman al-Khamis's answer. How dare you live your life and your family, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law must wait for zakah. Something that you must give. It's like giving them the scraps, man. And I think we are so, you know, caught up with the black and white. Not that it's not important. Fiqh is important. Knowing your fiqh, studying fiqh. That was not my forte. You know,
but it's more like there's an over concentration on overkill on like you said, the black and white, the rules.
Yeah.
But it's not infused with tazkiyah and like, you know, taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those are
sometimes, like even in salah, right? You come into the masjid. As a khatib, and I'm sure you experience this. So you get your buta, he's every day in the masjid, right? The masjid is so normal that even it becomes a bit negligent in the way he prays me. On the opposite side, you get a guy that only comes Friday, and he's so caught up in that one moment. Even though his hayat and his movements are not according to the sunnah, but he's concentrating. Then you get almost on the other side, almost somebody praying robotic. He's following the sunnah, right? And I'm not criticizing the fact that he's following the sunnah, but the way he's concentrating on the movements, it's almost robotic.
You lose that ruhi sense to it. Yeah, I understand. Like I was praying next to a guy, and he was, whenever we came out of sujood, or when we went to sujood, he would knock the spot into my side. But he would, wide arms and all that. So with the side of the eye, I could see how he's standing, like very, like, you know.
I need to put I'm not criticizing.
I agree.
But it should be flow from an aspect that I'm speaking to my Rabb. Right? It's not robotic.
I agree with that, definitely. Yeah, so istiqamah, Sheikh, that's the miracle of the times. So Allah says in this ayah, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَبْشِرُوا.
We always wait for good news. Everybody wants good news.
We want the وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ.
Yes.
So it's just, don't fear, don't have grief. Become happy with that which Allah has promised you. وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ نَحْنُ أَوْلِيَاؤُكُمْ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ. The angels will say, we are your friends, we are your helpers in this dunya. That's the comfort that we want. That's how we as Muslims want our aim to be. Like
that's why suffering is not a problem for a believer, because you have your eye on the prize.
Definitely.
You have your eye on the ball, and look, and that's what gets you going in these last few days of Ramadan. You could say, look, 25 days are wasted. What's the sense? There's another video clip. And this brother says, don't look at what you plan at the beginning. You can't catch up. But look at what you can do daily. That today is better than yesterday. And tomorrow is going to be better than today. Don't say, okay, I said I'm going to do a khatam every 3 days, but now I haven't even done a half a khatam. Then you like give up. That's part of the waswasa that shaitan comes with.
That's that, yeah.
Like common words that we use, chekama eat. That's our approach. Chekama eat. So I explained to the girls at Hif school, man, how you start your day with 100%. Your fasting was 100%. Because people cheat. I mean, there are some uneducated people that really go and break their fast because look, I was already paid in because of sweating. But what many people don't know, I mean, you start out with 100%. You can end up with 0. And as the Prophet says, jua and atash, just hunger and thirst, and that's the only thing that you've been able to. And that's what we don't want.
We don't want that, I teach small kids at school. So all that common, fluke,
the kids' flick issues, the flick of children.
The flick of children, swearing breaks your fast. Now you have to explain to them. It's difficult to explain to kids what's the difference between a valid fast, but not necessarily the best fast. Because they think like you swore, it's like a fluke, your fast is broken. It's good to have that for them,
they can grow up like that.
But I have to explain to them, now from a legal perspective, your fast is not broken, but I mean, like that type of fast is that if it doesn't stop you from swearing and stuff like that, so forth and so on. So Allah says in this verse, the angels will say, نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون. You will get in Jannah whatever you desire, and you will get in Jannah whatever you request.
Sheikh, that's interesting because everybody's Jannah won't be the same. If you visit me, I have a certain color scheme.
Definitely.
I have certain things that I like. You have certain things that you like. So to think that Jannah, your Jannah is going to look like mine, or my piece of Jannah is going to look like your piece of Jannah. I mean, we have the anhar of honey, the rivers of honey, the rivers of milk, and somebody might think I'm lactose intolerant. How's my Jannah going?
Definitely.
But that's something that we forget, that you get what you
desire.
What you desire.
I was listening to a speaker. He was saying like many people will say like, why is everything in Jannah so materialistic? Like Allah speaks about and homosexual in nature. Allah speaks about the qawaid, taraba. Allah speaks about the women of Jannah. And so the speaker was saying this is what generally people love. But there will be people who think people want to be seen. People want to be seen. They want to read books over in Jannah.
Why not?
وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَشْتَهِي أَنفُسُكُمْ. You will get that which you desire.
Imagine the person is an introvert and he likes to be. I mean, some people like generally like to be alone. That's the person in Jannah.
I did an entire course, a 10-part, inshallah. I think soon we must do something with our entrepreneur, inshallah. I did a 10-part course on Jannah. So I would like to, go through the details, the tafasil of Jannah.
But what was your motivation for that?
For
doing that course? Because I look at it from me personally. When I start a course or teach a course or something that, Adit me now. Okay, this is important. Why Jannah?
I was speaking about it was called the Year After series.
Okay.
So we were speaking about Judgment Day, events on Judgment Day. So the ahdath of the day of Qiyamah, the events on Judgment Day, and then obviously after that we did Jannah. And we were supposed to do Jannah, and then the month of Ramadan came, we stopped.
Because the doors closed here.
Doors closed.
That's generally, I mean, the misconception about we don't worship Allah for Jannah.
Definitely.
Or out of fear. Those type of statements. Also sometimes, deep praten, but it's, in the end, I mean, why do we do what we do?
We need motivation. We need motivation.
Nobody wants to, there are people in some Islamic organizations that want for free. They don't know till the end of the month. Allah protect us. That's something.
And that's why the Quran does this, contrast. When the Quran will say, those, speak about Jahannam, and then contrast it with the rewards of Jannah. That motivation is there. The motivation is
doom and gloom.
we need motivation. Life is complex, life is difficult. Sometimes you lose hope. You need that, motivation to go on and to push you through, basically.
So in 10 parts, what do you discuss?
Descriptions. So number one, we start with the names of Jannah. So the names of Jannah, that's like introductory. And then we start with the various descriptions. So we'll take it topic by topic. The houses of Jannah, the maidens of Jannah.
The description of the houses.
It's amazing.
You drive past Camps Bay, and you see those big glass houses. You can see the inside from the outside. The outside from the inside.
Yeah.
And you think, I can never afford this. But
inshallah, we'll be owners of that. MashaAllah.
And then you don't need to invest much, man. Building a masjid, or building part of a masjid.
Deeds. We discussed that as a topic as well. Those deeds that will cause us, to
usually I've heard people say, they should put in the Jannah.
There's a real estate agent. Allah.
But I mean, there's concrete hadith verses
pertaining to
how to attain it.
House in Jannah, definitely. I think the favorite topic amongst people is the hurd, the women of Jannah, the maidens.
Sexual things.
Yeah. I was my teacher told us, Mullah Ismail Ali rahimahullah told us, I remember when I just started studying, he told us about this book of Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, Hadi al-Arwah ila Bilad al-Afrah. And I never read through it, but when I was preparing for this course, I specifically went to the chapter dealing with the Hur al-Ain. Because he explained to us certain facts. What is shughulin? The believers will be in shughul, fakihun.
Okay.
And he explained how when the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam would, tell us to the Sahaba, the Prophet would make the movements, what will happen in Jannah. And so I read through it. It's quite a dense book, there's lots of detail in. But subhanAllah, amazing detail.
That book, it's like, unlike any other thing he has written. There's some even disputing with the
hadith and stuff like that, issues and stuff like that.
But his style was different. But like, you speak about like the Prophet ﷺ explaining and how other religions would look at that and say, look, to be really pious, you need to cut yourself from the...
This is not maybe not the Orthodox, but I was watching a movie way back when I was young, right? And this Orthodox Jewish guy, he views intimacy as something fulfillment. So they only do it for
procreation
and not, enjoyment, meditation, and so forth. So he's intimate with his wife, but in such an extent that he doesn't want to show enjoyment. He just he keeps his face straight and stuff like that. And this is generally how many religions have viewed intimacy, and that's why we have this, if we can call it not sexual liberty, but like the Western, sleep.
Unfortunately, certain Muslims equate that also to piety.
You
don't need it. You don't need to be intimate,
and
it's
against piety.
And it causes problems in marriages because the one person is supposed to be on a level of piety and looks at it as something unclean, something that you don't need to do, like you just need to procreate. That's all. It shouldn't be enjoyment.
And so I think Islam gives us the most complete and the most pragmatic, practical approach to the intimacy. There should be decency when we discuss this topic, but also Islam.
The Prophet ﷺ was decent. When he spoke to Jabir, Allah bikra,
definitely. And number two, Islam recognizes it as an important need and a function of marriage.
Because we are deen of fitra, we are religion of natural inclination.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so the Sheikh that was supposed to speak about Karama went aywa on us, but this verse I think, brings together all the most beautiful aspects of what the rewards are of istiqamah. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says you will not grieve what you have left behind, you will not fear the new realm that you're entering. The angels will say, we are your friends at the time of death. وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ. All of those rewards are there for istiqamah. So I think, these...
Sheikh, look at all those things. The absence of fear, the absence of... And I think, would it be correct to say peace of mind?
Definitely.
To call it all peace of mind.
Definitely.
And we don't attach value to peace of mind. When we're young men, right? We're distracted. We don't think of, peace of mind. We do, we say, and we call towards something, perhaps, and incite people. And then we sit back and we think, oh, I don't have any peace of I don't have any peace of mind. I was just doing, and it's so valuable that your steps, all the steps that, like I said, that ayah basically, if you sum it up, is peace of mind. There's no sadness, no fear. There's glad tidings. You live liquor.
Definitely.
Life in this dunya isn't always liquor.
No.
The ultimate liquorness is.
It's in akhirah, it's Jannah. No. Yeah, so as a pity now, once as this is on Facebook, right? It's not on
Facebook, YouTube, everything live right now.
But you can't really see. Oh, there's one comment there, Musa saying, "MashaAllah, brothers." Those people are probably sleeping this tomorrow.
Fair enough. Most of our content is watched at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. Mense kos ek kry TV kyk.
Yeah, no.
You know, something common that I've heard. And people don't even use the tape decks in the car. It's not that they can't call it a tape deck. The unit in the car anymore. And they put their phone on YouTube and throw it on the chair next to them. So 4 o'clock, most people are commuting back home.
And they're listening.
And we've seen that people are mostly
MashaAllah.
But Sheikh, two things. I'm not going to keep you longer. And we're also completing Al Khatam in a few minutes, inshallah.
MashaAllah.
Two things. So the Surah Yusuf series, all right? We reached the prison.
Yeah.
In the episodes to come, it will end off when Nabi Yusuf is in prison. How keen are you to continue next year, inshallah?
With that same definitely can work. I thought about it. I thought content, we should be thinking about content now. We can either do that, which will be amazing, or
is it a surprise?
A different surah or something like that. Yeah, maybe these Surah Al-Kahf, Surah Taha.
Definitely.
Well, the story of I think there's a lot that we can learn from the story of Musa alayhi salam. Something.
Yeah, Musa's okay. All the prophets had issues, but Musa's issues were like things that we can relate. Internal family issues. Then making a mistake, killing somebody by mistake. Then have to leave your country, leave your home, resettle, come back.
Definitely.
Because some of us leave and we never come back. Musa came back. The Prophet ﷺ came back. There's always that goal and that yearning to come back and to make right what you or not in the Prophet's case wasn't, but redeem yourself basically.
Maybe we can. I think we can. I don't know. You guys decide. But Surah Yusuf is an amazing surah.
No, we have to finish it.
And I think people is gonna be
waiting for it.
They're gonna be waiting this. Maybe even before Ramadan.
Inshallah.
Because Ramadan, it's a whole year that they have to wait for that.
Yes.
We've got some good views on our
Alhamdulillah. Some good comments.
Where do you check the views? Can you see the views?
I can see the views.
Oh, okay, you can see the views.
And so I can see the up and down. We can see how many males watched, how many females watched.
I don't know.
We can see age groups.
Yeah.
So that's all checked in the background. Sheikh Aashiq.
Second thing?
The second thing, Eid. We probably won't see viewers before Eid. Right? So these days up to Eid. Because everybody thinks that Eid is like free for all. It's like the day that we just kick back and just destroy everything that we did. Not destroy. We don't
cool down basically.
Just cool down. Yeah. But we don't see the virtue of Eid, the night of Eid.
Definitely,
the fact that you get that great gift and presents, the jawais.
Definitely. So my advice to people would be continue the khair and the good. I wanted to mention Ibn al-Jawzi rahimahulah's beautiful. Those, yeah.
Go for it.
Ibn al-Jawzi rahimahullah mentioned something amazing. He says like al-khayl, the horse إذا بلغت نهاية المضمار. When it is about to complete a race, what does it do? It gives all of its energy, to basically to win the race, and then he says something profound, something that the khutbah and our du'at have mentioned. What does he say? He says, فَلَا تَكُنِ الْخَيْلِ أَفْطَنَ مِنْكَ. Do not let a horse be more intelligent than you. I mean, this is an animal without aql. You have aql. So do not let that horse who exerts itself towards the end be more intelligent than you. So now we're at the end of the month of Ramadan. We're supposed to be exerting ourselves, doing more, and not cooling down. So that's number one. Number two, the day of Eid is like the Lord. Ibn Rajab rahimahullah mentioned something in his Lata'if al-Ma'arif, amazing book. He says, ليس العيد لمن لبس الجديد. Eid is not only for those people who wear new clothes. إنما العيد لمن خاف الوعيد.
يوم الوعيد, or there's different.
Yeah. Eid is for that person who fears the day that when he will stand in front of Allah Azza wa Jal. And our teachers used to tell us, if you live your whole life like Ramadan, then inshallah, the day of judgment when you appear in front of Allah will be like your Eid. So we need to obey Allah Azza wa Jal on Eid as well.
But you're speaking about, I'm again butting in. Labis al-Jadid. I don't know if I told you somebody, I went to a tailor last week.
MashaAllah.
And it's an Indian tailor, and he used to have 10 guys in front of sewing machines.
Wow.
I get there, it's only he's physically sewing himself.
Okay.
Which never happened. And there is another Malawian brother there. And I asked, where's the staff? He said, that COVID, I had to send them back.
Sure.
So I said, now, okay, but then you're busy for Eid, then how are you going to manage? He says, I'm not busy for Eid.
Yeah.
How many people can't afford to eat clothes or eat food, or every COVID knocked everybody different. Some people were flourishing, and they're now feeling it and so forth and so on.
But Sheikh Yusuf, I must say that's a rare breed that you still find guys going to the tailor. It's a rare breed, guys.
It's either a rare breed or you don't find the size in the shop. And I'm really going back to training because I have a whole wardrobe.
That you need to be.
I need to
get
into it.
I was at Watson today in Gatesville. I was going, I just go for a thigh, okay, and I could and I'm done. But I would like to adopt this one. And I go for a thigh and stuff like that.
It feels good, man. It feels, it feels like it's yours.
MashaAllah.
We can speak about Taylor and the fiqh of Taylor.
MashaAllah. Inshallah.
Barakallah. Shukran, Sheikh. Barakallah fikum. You got out of bed.
No worries, inshallah. No problem.
And enjoy the rest of the school holidays.
Thank you.
تقبل الله منا ومنكم.
جزاكم الله خير.
صالح الأعمال. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وأظلنا شهر السلام ضيف يزور بكل عام فإذا أهل هلاله في الكون ينحسر الظلام في الكون ينحسر الظلام.